What's going on, boys? I got the college football picks for you for Sunday, August 31st. Now, as per usual, before we get into anything, if you boys could please drop a like and subscribe, that'll help me out a ton. I'd really appreciate that. Now, just to talk about our picks from yesterday a little bit, we did go 2-3 on YouTube. Not too bad at all. Cam Coleman had the targets that I thought he would have, but he just didn't come down with a lot of those passes. And then over there on VIP, we did not have the greatest day. We went 1 for 4, so really not good over there on VIP, but we are still up that 36 units in the past 3 weeks. So absolutely love that. And then half of our plays for today have gone already, so we could talk about those a little bit. Brandon Inniss did not get nearly as many looks as I thought he should have. Honestly, Ohio State didn't really pass the ball that much. They had a ton of rushing attempts. That game was just extremely slow, so that kind of sucked for us. But Wisner absolutely smoked his attempts line. And then over on VIP, we went 1-1 in the early slate, or actually, I should say 2 for 3 in the early slate. So we already did go up a unit in VIP for today, and half of our picks have not gone still. So that's absolutely sick. But to jump into the two games we've got tomorrow, obviously, first one is going to be Virginia Tech versus South Carolina, which is going to be a great game. But with that being said, let's just jump into it. Our first pick, obviously, here is going to be we're taking Kyron Drones over 25.5 pass attempts. Now, they did not pass a whole lot last season. They had Tootin at running back. Obviously, he went to the league, 1,100-yard rusher. Very, very good running back that they had over there at Virginia Tech. So really not surprised that they threw as little as they did last year. Obviously, they had a couple games that they did like to throw a lot. However, just a complete different situation over there in Virginia Tech last year as it is compared to this year. They don't have the greatest running back room this year at all. They have a new offensive coordinator in Philip Montgomery, who last time he coached a team was the 2023 Auburn Tigers, and that was a team with Jarquez Hunter. So they ended up having I want to say 55% run over there in Auburn that year. But again, they had Jarquez Hunter, obviously an amazing back, who also just went to the league. But I mean, this guy on a team with loaded running backs and stuff, he would still throw the ball about 45% of the time. So in a game like this, where they absolutely should be losing, that South Carolina offense is super scary for a ton of defenses this year. I don't see any reason why they would not throw the ball a ton, especially with the running back room being in the state it's in right now. This one just seems super, super easy again. Like I've said a couple times at this point, their running backs are just nowhere near the talent that they were last year. They have a new offensive coordinator who throws the ball a ton when he doesn't have the talent that he would like to have at running back. I would say in 2022, I want to say he was coaching for either Tulsa or Tulane, one of those two. And he only ran the ball 40% of the time just because their running backs weren't very good. He loves to throw the ball a ton when he doesn't have a great running back, especially in losing games. So this stacks up very, very nicely for us. Now, staying with this same exact game, our next pick is going to be Rashul Faison. We're taking him over 53.5 rushing yards. This dude killed this line a ton of times last year. Literally, these two reds right here are the only times the entire season that he missed. That Washington State game, they got absolutely smoked. Just were not running the ball at all. And then that SDSU game, they completely killed SDSU. Had no reason to run their starting running back at all. So they threw in the backup for that game. But every single game that he had even a moderate amount of carries, he absolutely killed this line. So love to see that. Obviously, this guy is a dog. Their offense should produce 10 times better than it did last year. Their offense is extremely, extremely scary. Obviously, Sellers, just a little bit more experience in that QB1 role, it's going to skyrocket this offense a ton. And again, I think that South Carolina honestly should beat the piss out of Virginia Tech, and that leaves Rashul Faison with a ton of garbage time carries. So absolutely love that. Again, now they did beat the piss out of San Diego State last year, but he still had enough carries to get these yards. Virginia Tech's running defense is not very good at all. They're going to want to run this clock out. They're going to use Faison for that. I have no doubt in my mind. And honestly, this guy has the speed and the talent to break a long one and just go for a ton of yards. Like this Hawaii game, 191, ridiculous. Wyoming game, 131, really good numbers there. So dude's an absolute dog. Again, that offense is extremely scary for every single defense that they're going to be playing this year. Virginia Tech obviously being a huge one because they don't have a very good defense, to say the least. Now to jump into our third and final play, jumping over to the Catholics versus Convicts game, Miami versus Notre Dame should be honestly a really good game, probably one of the better games this weekend. I will say that Texas-Ohio State game was a little bit disappointing, but with that being said, the pick for this game is going to be Mark Fletcher. We're taking him over 58.5 rushing yards. Notre Dame likes to slow the game down. That's exactly how they played football all season last year. They like to slow the game down with the run. They love to do it. Miami last year ran the ball 63% of the time, and they had a Heisman caliber quarterback, first overall pick in Cam Ward. That's who they had at quarterback. They were still running the ball 63% of the time. So this team loves to run the ball. Same OC this year as it was last year. Really, situations have not really changed for this offense. Yes, Damian Martinez was good. Mark Fletcher can fill that role just fine. This guy has a ton of talent on his own. Damian Martinez was not a generational running back or anything of the sort. Obviously, they just bumped the line. But yeah, I don't think Mark Fletcher will have any issue filling this guy's shoes at all. Again, Miami just loves to run the ball a ton, even when they have a Heisman caliber quarterback like Cam Ward, which they do not have this year. Yes, Carson Beck is good, but he is not Cam Ward. Sorry for all you Carson Beck fanboys, but he is not Cam Ward, and he will never be Cam Ward. So I love this play a ton. Obviously, as I've been saying, Notre Dame loves to slow the game down with the run. I think that Miami's going to match that pace just with the amount that they like to run the ball as well. And then obviously last year, this plays into it a ton. Notre Dame's defense, super, super good last year. Last year, they were fourth ranked as far as passing defenses goes in the nation. Obviously, extremely good for them. However, they were 49th ranked in rushing defense. Still very good. Obviously, top 50 rush defense in the nation. Really, really good stuff there. But their passing defense is volumes better than their rushing defense. I think Miami's going to try and stay away from that passing defense. Carson Beck has been a little bit prone to making mistakes over there in Georgia. I don't think that's really going to change just because he's in a different location. So I think that they're going to get a little bit scared by that Notre Dame defense, specifically that secondary. And I think that they're going to want to start the game off by handing the ball a ton to Mark Fletcher. So absolutely love that. And then also with that being said, Damian Martinez, who was the starter for Miami last year, missed this line 3 times. Yes, they're different players, obviously, but a lot that goes into the run game is offensive line and everything, and the frequency that they get the ball. They do like to hand it to their backups a little bit, but obviously the starter's always going to get the majority of that share, and Martinez only missed this line 3 times, so I don't see that, again, Mark Fletcher is an extremely talented back, especially with the amount they're going to give him the ball. I don't see any reason that he's not going to be putting up 60 yards. Now, obviously, when I found this line, it was already at 59.5. Between me finding it and filming, they did drop it to 58.5 and then bumped it back up to 59.5. I'm super comfortable with this 59.5 line. Just with all those things lining up perfectly for us. So I absolutely love that. Obviously, these are going to be the 3 plays I've got for those 2 games tomorrow, guys. Just to go over them for you really quickly, Kyron Drones, more than 25.5 pass attempts. South Carolina is going to absolutely beat the hell out of these guys. They're going to have to throw it if they want to stay in the game. Obviously, that new OC is going to play a huge part in that, and their running back room is just not very good, not even close to what it was last year. So love that one. And then Rashul Faison, more than 53.5 rushing yards. This dude missed this line 2 times last year for stupid reasons. Washington State killed them. There was no reason to run their starting running back. No reason to hand the ball off at all. And then obviously San Diego State, they wanted to get their backups some reps there. So love this one. They're going to want to get their guys in the rhythm. Obviously, first game of the season, they're just going to want to get their guys going, get them ready for the more important games coming up later. So love that play. And then obviously Mark Fletcher, more than 59.5 rushing yards. They run the ball 63% of the time. They don't have Cam Ward anymore. Their quarterback is Carson Beck, who, yes, is good. He's not Cam Ward. So I absolutely love this. And just on top of the fact that Notre Dame's passing defense is among the best in the nation, I think that that's going to scare them a little bit. And they're going to shy away from the pass quite a bit there. But with that being said, obviously my link to my VIP picks and the link to Chalkboard are all going to be down below in the description if you guys need to find those at all. Obviously talked about VIP a little bit earlier in the video. Did not have the greatest day yesterday. However, we went up another unit. So far today, we still have another pick to go, but we are now plus 37 units in the last 3 weeks. So really good stuff there. We're averaging a little bit over 12 units a week. So really, really good stuff. Again, I always say that's not a huge jump, but just being consistent is really all you can ask for especially in betting. So I'm gonna jump over here and talk to you guys about Chalkboard really quickly before I get out of here. Obviously, same rules as per usual, boys. If you guys want to go download the Chalkboard app and throw in that code SBO when you're signing up, you guys are gonna get all their free picks that they put up for every single sport every single day, as well as a free $20. They are paying you guys to use my code. No deposit required. I say this every single time. They're paying you guys $20 to use my code. Super, super sick. It's literally the freest money you could ever ask for. Don't even have to put in your card information. They're giving you guys $20. So obviously, go ahead and take advantage of that. That's awesome. And then those promo packs that I talk a ton about, obviously I say it a lot. You guys can go back and look at really any of my videos from the last 2-3 weeks and find a ton of information on those. Super, super sick. Turns this thing into like a video game, makes it super fun. I absolutely love it. And obviously that deal I'm doing right now, if you guys want to go download the Chalkboard app and throw in that code SBL and deposit at least $20 during your sign up, I will be giving each one of you guys 1 month of free VIP. Now, again, you guys will be broken even because you guys are getting $20. So you guys get a jump start with $40 in your account, completely broken even, and a month's worth of plays that are all going to be on Chalkboard. With that free VIP, so that's absolutely sick. Now, again, all you have to do, download the Chalkboard app during the sign up, use code SBL and deposit at least $20. And then my email's down in the description of all my videos. Just shoot me a quick email, let me know that you did that, and I'm going to get that 1 month of free VIP to you as fast as possible. But other than that, boys, I've got nothing else for you guys. I'm going to get out of here so I can watch that Clemson game. That's going to be an absolute barn burner. Going to love that one. But again, nothing else for you guys today. So I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow.